Every village has a story they whisper instead of telling out loud, and this one starts with a girl, and the woman who smiled at her like family. Her name was Adana. Her mother died when she was still small enough to believe adults always meant well. Her father tried, truly. But grief has a way of opening doors it shouldn't. That's how the stepmother arrived. She came with soft laughter, with food that smelled rich and warm, with hands that rested gently on Adana's shoulder when others were watching. Everyone said, "Your father married well." At first, it seemed true. Then the father started traveling, long journeys, weeks away. That's when the house changed. The smiles disappeared first, then the rules appeared. Adana woke before sunrise. She swept, cooked, washed, worked until her arms shook. If she slowed down, the woman would sigh loudly and say, "Children these days are lazy." If she made a mistake, the woman would smile and say, "Your mother didn't raise you properly." At night, Adana cried quietly into her mat, afraid even her tears might be punished. But the worst part, she convinced everyone that Adana was the problem. At the market, she'd laugh and say, "My daughter is stubborn, always lying." At gatherings, she'd shake her head and whisper, "She has a wicked spirit, I pray for her daily." Soon people started looking at Adana differently. If food went missing, they looked at her. If something broke, they blamed her. If the stepmother shouted, they said she must have deserved it. And Adana learned something early, that silence can be louder than screams. One evening, after Adana returned late from the stream, the stepmother didn't shout. She didn't complain. She smiled and said softly, "Come, sit. I have something special for you." The bowl she offered smelled sweet, too sweet. Adana hesitated. The stepmother's smile sharpened just a little. "Are you afraid of me now?" she asked. Adana swallowed and drank. That night her dreams were heavy. Her body burned, her ears rang with voices she didn't recognize. By morning, she couldn't stand. The stepmother wailed loudly, calling neighbors. "She's cursed," she cried. "I told you there was something wrong with her." The villagers gathered. Murmurs spread. Someone suggested herbs. Someone suggested prayers. Then the stepmother said quietly, "There is only one way. She must be taken to the forest shrine." The forest, the place children were warned never to enter alone. Adana tried to speak. No sound came out, and as they lifted her onto a mat, she realized something terrifying. The woman wasn't trying to get rid of her. She was trying to erase her. The forest was quiet in the wrong way. No birds, no insects, just the sound of footsteps and breath. They left Adana at the shrine before sunset. No ceremony, no goodbye. The stepmother placed the mat down gently, leaned close, and whispered, "If you survive, it was never my fault." Then she turned and walked away. Adana lay there as night fell, her body weak, her mind spinning. That's when she heard it, a voice, old, calm. "Child, why are you here?" From the shadows emerged a woman bent with age, eyes sharp like they had seen many lifetimes. The forest guardian. Between broken breaths, Adana told her everything. The guardian listened without interruption, then she nodded. "Your stepmother is clever," she said, "but cleverness rots when it feeds on cruelty." She gave Adana a drink bitter enough to sting tears from her eyes. Pain surged, then relief. By morning, Adana could stand. For weeks she stayed with the guardian, learning, not magic for revenge, but wisdom for survival. When she finally returned to the village, she didn't announce herself, she watched. Her stepmother was already wearing black, crying loudly, telling everyone how grief had broken her. Until Adana stepped forward, alive, standing. The crowd froze, the stepmother's face drained of color. Adana didn't shout, didn't accuse. She simply said, "She tried to bury me while I was still breathing." Silence swallowed the village. The truth spread faster than lies ever do. The stepmother ran. Some say she vanished into the forest she once feared. Others say guilt followed her louder than any curse. Adana stayed. She grew into someone the village respected, not because she was gentle, but because she was unbreakable. And if there's a lesson here, it's this. Not every monster looks like one. Some wear kindness like a costume. And sometimes, surviving is the loudest revenge of all.